How's everyone doing today? I am just, well, welcome to Spirituality in Sin City. I am Rachel Hoyt, your host, artist, writer, and independent researcher. And I sign on every morning now. I'm looking for people who have found playing cards in the wild and are wondering if it might mean something. I'm going to be here Monday through Friday at 7:07 a.m. to answer questions for such people and tell you a little bit about the meaning of the playing cards. I didn't already know. Playing cards have been used for tarot, well, as long as tarot cards have. They both were first used to play games before anybody used them to read fortunes, as far as we know. The complete history is a bit of a blur. It would seem that they all, many different systems, developed at the same time, essentially. So I am just working on one of my little art pieces, and you can kind of see in the background the circular pattern there. That is a potential tarot card image back there. And I'm turning it into a little collage art piece with some with some ripped pages from an already torn Bible. I feel the need to say that over and over. Anyhow, excuse the extended intro, was just trying to give people a chance to join in. And now let's move on to the card of the day, which I draw at the end of every video, and then we discuss the following day. That way, you do see a playing card every day, the one that I draw, and well, you can come back and let me know if the message truly was meaningful for you, or was it just kind of just a quote of the day? Love your input on that as well. So, today's card of the day that we drew at the end of the episode yesterday is the Six of Diamonds. And this is the image from the Awesome deck, which I created, and a little bit of something I wrote about it. The Six of Diamonds urges you to be patient in all you do. Prosperity will come your way. Slow progress will be made today. So, although prosperity is the number one word that I quote when talking about the Six of Diamonds, it's not like the jackpot has just landed in your lap. This is an earth energy card. That's why it has the rocks in the background. And you're going to have to work hard for this prosperity. There's a arch design in the background here because the idea is that it's supposed to remind you of Rome not being built in a day. That you're just putting, one little brick in your arch, your giant structure that you are building for prosperity. That is the idea of the Six of Diamonds, according to the tradition that I follow. There's many different ways to interpret the cards. I have talked about some of them in some of my other videos. So, in these mornings, though, I prefer to look up some scriptures and quotes that other people might have said, which somewhat relate to the message of this card, just to expand our mind as to what various traditions think about different subjects. So, on the subject of prosperity, from the Bible, I chose a couple verses. Ecclesiastes 5:10. Whoever loves money never has enough. That, I think, is kind of the underlying warning of the Six of Diamonds. Um, the warning being, don't get too anxious to have what you want too quick. Don't get discontent. Be content with what you get. Don't get greedy. That's something that I suffer with a lot. I suppose I'm thinking of gambling instances right now, poker or otherwise. I do play slots occasionally and I haven't played any of the table games in a long time. But I do silly things and I do smart things in the gambling world. Just it's all recreational fun for me and research. And the times that I don't do well sometimes, it's because I was having that feeling. It's this to me sounds a lot like the gambler's fallacy. Um, Sorry, I'm misnaming it. Gambler's fallacy is something else, but it sounds like a gambler's mindset where we've won something, especially a slots player, but we want more. We want that bigger jackpot. The next one's going to be better, so we just keep going. We love money so much that it's just not enough. And it's not really a good thing. At least in slots, that's how you lose your money, with thinking like that. And I think the Bible is warning that that could be true in real life as well. Maybe you don't lose all your money, but it doesn't lead to happiness, I think is the implication. And why I chose the second verse, I didn't quote all of it, but Matthew 6:19 through 21 includes the part, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth. Personally, I'm of the belief that one of the great responsibilities that comes with great wealth is figuring out how to distribute that wealth. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth. Not to be said that someone can't have a good amount of comfort, a lot of comfort, but I think that's the responsibility, that you're supposed to limit it at a certain point and share and not be a million times above everybody else with how much you have. Anyhow, personal belief. Next, I chose to quote Epictetus, who said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. And I do think that is one of the keys. It's a key to finding contentment. I mean, if you can limit the things you want and realize that a lot of the things you think you want aren't going to bring you long-lasting fulfillments, that you will feel more wealthy, more rich, more content, because you will be able to get what you want, to accomplish what you want. Mahatma Gandhi put it as, earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. So there just is not enough in the world to satisfy every man's greed. I mean, to me that's an obvious fact, but I suppose we do need that reminder. So I really like the way he says that. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. Then I got two quotes here from Islam, Muhammad the Prophet, and this person whose name I do not want to butcher. So first, richness is not having many possessions, but richness is being content with oneself. I think that echoes the other thoughts. And then this is actually one of my favorites of the day. Wealth is the slave of a wise man and the master of a fool. It's a slave of a wise man. If you're wise, you control the money. If you're not smart, the money controls you. And I think that is what happens when you start storing up riches or getting concerned with storing up riches, or, are so in love with money that you keep chasing that next win. That's when the money is in control of you. So that is your reminder, lesson, thought of the day. Love to hear your comments in the comment section below. And before we go, since no one's here to tell me their story just yet, let's draw a card of the day and just be a short show for now. But please do press like and subscribe and spread the word that I am looking for people who have found playing cards and are looking for help determining whether or not it means something. I will be very happy to help people who have found playing cards in the wild interpret those messages. So please help me spread the word, and let's go ahead and draw the card of the day. So, awesome deck. Please, what advice do we need today? I need to shuffle. What advice do we need to hear today? Awesome deck. Tell us what we need to know. Well, I do jump outs in these kinds of readings, and well, there's the card of the day, people. Another diamond. Revelation. 9 of diamonds. We will talk about this tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this quick little lesson on tarot with playing cards. If you show up and ask some questions, we'll get some more info going out there. If you leave a comment, I will get back to you with answers to any questions that I can answer. So thank you so much for checking in, and hope to see you again soon. Have an awesome day.